Hello to all of you bold, brilliant, beautiful, and highly evolved souls. I'm Davina, and today I'm going to share with you an exercise for grieving. And anyway, it's an exercise that's worked for me before, and I've just tried it again today, and I realized, wow, can be really powerful. I do feel that timing is kind of everything when doing something like this because it does bring up a lot of pain um, and a lot of grief, a lot of sadness. So, if it doesn't feel right for you to do it at this time, totally fine, come back to it or don't or whatever. But always, of course, do what feels right for you. Um, so, what I discovered when I left my husband was that one day I think I had read the book called The Work by Katie Byron, I think is her name. And she wrote about judging other people using should. And so I used this same technique and what I did is I just sat down and I wrote down all the shoulds about my my relationship with my ex-husband and wrote down like he should be doing this and he should be like this and our relationship should be like this and it shouldn't be like this. And I just kept writing and writing, just kind of free flow. And after that, like a lot of pain came up and I just cried really, really hard. And that I think was the initiation of me being able to then leave that relationship. I think about it a year and a half later, I was able to leave. Because once we grieve something and then we see what's real, what's actually happening. So this exercise is like, it's what's actual and reality and versus how we think things should be, sort of our fantasy idea in our minds. And the distance between that or the space is that grief. So I've just made some examples of some that were just sort of again coming to me, just free flowing. And you might identify with some of them, and maybe some you don't. So you can of course create your own list as you like. So I started with I shouldn't feel this way. I think this is often what happens as soon as I feel something. I shouldn't feel this way. It shouldn't feel so hard. It should be easier. I think this is also again one that, I'm thinking, am I failing? Is it really this hard? Yes, it's really this hard. So it shouldn't feel this hard, but it is. That's the reality part. I shouldn't be struggling so much. I should be more healed by now. I should be over this by now. I shouldn't still be so sad and grieving, and yet I am. I should be flourishing more. I should be doing more, getting more done. I know that is early on in my healing. It was like, and I still have that feeling like I'm not getting anything done. I'm not being productive in the world because all I'm doing is like healing. But I just said it, all I'm doing, healing is all there is here in this world, I think. I should be happier. I should be more grateful. Those ones can, yeah, would you tell a child who's being abused that they should be happier and more grateful? No, right? Um, but yet these are the shoulds that come up and they can be, yeah, really painful. I shouldn't feel so despicable. I shouldn't have had such a horrible childhood. My parents should have loved me. My parents shouldn't have abused and neglected me. God shouldn't have let it happen. This has been a hard one for me recently. Yeah, it's a really hard one to wrap my head around. It shouldn't have happened. Life shouldn't be so unfair. Life shouldn't be so painful. I shouldn't be feeling so tired and miserable. I should be doing better by now. Work shouldn't feel so stressful. I shouldn't feel so dissociated at work, but I do. I do. I shouldn't feel so alone in all of this. I shouldn't feel like such a loser all the time. I shouldn't still be people pleasing. I shouldn't still have such trouble setting boundaries and saying no. I shouldn't feel so angry. Loving myself shouldn't be this difficult. So maybe you can see how some of these phrases can really bring up that, that sense of real grief, the distance between how you think it should be or how you want it to be or how you wished it were and how it actually is. And yeah, so go about this really gently. And yeah, I'm sure you are grieving. I mean, grief is sort of the main work, and there seems to go on and on. That was another one I was gonna like, this shouldn't feel so freaking endless. Um, so I am always wishing you many blessings on your journey of healing and awakening. And yeah, I really hope you're doing well. And I'm thinking of you guys and you girls. I don't know why I say you guys. I don't even like that phrase, but I'm thinking of all of you. And yeah, wishing you peace and much healing. And as always, thank you for watching. I am Davina at Boldness Blooming.